The book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, has been on the bedside table of many a mother-to-be, including a very recent mother-to-be, who years ago played an indispensable role in making the book the success it is. Tracy Smith has a story that spans the generations.
There's the heart, right?
Right. So you can see the head down here.
Lying on her back in Dr. Howard Mandel's exam room in Beverly Hills, first-time mother Emma Bing is, well, a bit nervous.
Is his head up or down?
It's pointing to the side.
Is that good or bad?
At this point in the pregnancy, it's good.
Yeah.
Happily, her mom, Heidi Murkoff, is at her side, helping her get through it all.
So, Dr. Mandel, what's it like having Heidi Murkoff in the room when you do an exam?
I love having Heidi Murkoff in the room. Every doctor likes to be on their toes.
There's his little chin.
You might not know her face, but chances are she helped you through your pregnancy, too. Back in 1982, Heidi Murkoff was a young writer who unexpectedly found herself in a family way.
I did not see that coming. I had hundreds of questions.
But she had a tough time finding answers.
Going back to those pregnancy manuals that were available at the time, what were they like?
Well, very few were available. You know, there were doctor ones, which were kind of like, don't worry, honey, we'll take it from here kind of thing.
So, reading those pregnancy books at the time, you thought your fetus was doomed?
Yeah, actually I did. I'd had a couple of drinks, and maybe a couple at a time, a couple of times a week. I find out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. And then I pick up a book that says, you know, alcohol is poison, you know. So clearly I felt I had a lot to worry about. And worry I did.
So she did her own research and, with some help from her mom, started writing. Shortly after Heidi had little Emma, she delivered her first book, What to Expect When You're Expecting.
What kind of response did you get initially when the book first came out?
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't good. The feeling was, you know, the couple of pregnancy books on the market, that was plenty. We didn't need more, that was enough.
But among pregnant women, word of the book got around, and in a few years it became a must-read for anyone in a maternity top. Full disclosure, when I carried my twins, I kept a copy handy, and I was hardly alone. It's been estimated that 93% of all women who have ever picked up a pregnancy book have read What to Expect. And according to the latest numbers out this morning, What to Expect When You're Expecting has been on the New York Times bestseller list for 600 weeks.
600 weeks?
It's more than 10 years. Let's put it that way.
10 years. Can you even wrap your mind around?
No, and I don't try to.
Still, it didn't seem to make Emma breathe any easier.
Are you less freaked out because of who your mom is?
I think so. You think so? Well, the thing is, like, I mean, I'm pretty freaked out.
Other freaked out moms can also go online and get their questions answered 24/7, often by Heidi herself.
What about this idea that it scares women? Why are there some doctors who say, don't read it?
I do think that they're speaking to older editions of the book. The thing is, it's a fine line between the right amount of information and, you know, the TMI, the too much information. I'm always walking that line. Knowledge is power, especially empowering when you're pregnant.
It's a boy.
The book doesn't have a plot per se, but that didn't stop Hollywood from making What to Expect, the movie.
Making a human being is really hard. I have no control over my body or my emotions.
The film was birthed last summer with an A-list cast that includes Cameron Diaz and Jennifer Lopez. Critics treated it like an ugly stepchild.
And what'd you think?
I thought that it was fun. It was fun. We were there for some of the filming. Clearly, there were a lot of beautiful women and a lot of very thin pregnant women, which is definitely Hollywood's
Interpretation.
Yeah.
But while the movie was pure fiction, the book deals in facts, down to some pretty serious medical advice.
You know, there are people who've said you're not a doctor.
I'm not.
And you're dispensing medical advice.
And that's true, and yet the book is so carefully checked that it's used in a lot of hospitals to train interns. So,
You run it by doctors, everything that's in that book.
oh yeah, completely, thoroughly fact-checked. If you don't have an older edition, then I can't vouch for it because
Things change.
things change. Well, not long now.
No. Well, now
And
it's
now, after helping millions through their pregnancies, there's only one mom on Heidi Murkoff's mind.
so no soap.
No, you don't need soap.
Good to know.
And
For Emma, pregnancy has been a mixture of joy
That is so cute.
and terror.
Every little thing scares me. Every little thing
I
scares
can
me.
attest to that.
It's true. There's only one person in the world who says, Emma, it's okay. And I believe it, and that's her. And so when I'm in labor and when I'm out of control in the delivery room and she says, it's going to be okay, I will listen.
I'm walking to the sound.
That is so
But that moves around inside me.
As Emma's due date got closer, so did her mom.
goodness. So precious.
For all the millions of books she's sold and all the advice she's given, the one answer Heidi Murkoff didn't have was how to wrap her mind around becoming a grandmother.
I just had her, right?
Just
what
had
is that about? I blinked. I should never have blinked. You know, and all of a sudden, she's having a baby.
Bless you, Lennox.
Lennox Page made his entrance February 12th at 5 pounds, 15 ounces.
Yeah? Good boy.
Mother, baby, and grandmother are all doing fine, just as you might expect.
Coming up, Hoop Dreams.
Barbara Katz in Suite 602. Fashion with a modern approach and a casual attitude. Suite 602 for the contemporary customer has the best selection of sweaters and novelty tops at affordable prices. Barbara Katz in Suite 602, Boca Raton.
Aboard Oceana Cruises, you'll wake up to new places daily with hundreds of global destinations to explore. You decide when and where you dine and who will join you. Just about everything you do is up to you. It's upscale cruising at an extraordinary value. Even our 2-for-1 cruise fares include free airfare. Oceana Cruises. It's your world, your way.
At the Palm Beach Post, we do more than report the news. We uncover it. Every day, Post reporters are digging deep, talking to sources, and finding out what's really happening in your community. We're analyzing data, asking the tough questions, and checking the facts. We expose corruption, elected officials accountable, and keep an eye on your tax dollars. We bring you the real story. It's not just what we do,